This is Mark Perloff, producer at Atari. I'm talking today about Night Driver, which is a new free-to-play endless driver mobile game coming out for iOS and Android. So this was inspired by the classic driving game Night Driver, which was available for classic Atari systems, where you navigated through a completely black environment with two white dots on either side of this screen that indicated the sides of the road. So we're taking that same kind of ethos and spirit, and from this game, which is one of the building blocks of the whole genre, and moving into the next generation with the free-to-play endless driver game. This was developed by Gameaholic, based in the UK. They were former members of, some of them are former members of BlackRock Studios, who worked on Split Second, game for 360 and PS3 and PC, so it comes from a pedigree of racing game experts and enthusiasts. So they brought that experience and learnings into this game. So we'll drop into the garage real quick. You can see the selection of different cars. There are 8 different cars available, all of which are sort of inspired by real-life types of cars, basically. So we have like sports cars, muscle cars, classic kind of cars, and some more like experimental ones. They all have different stats. Each one can be upgraded, their engines, tires, weight class, and different boosts, which you'll unlock through loot boxes as you play through the game. There's also a number of cosmetic upgrades that you can make, changing the rims, paint jobs, neon under lights, and then cool tire smoke. So I got my Sprinter, so I'll take us out onto the open road. So there's a number of different maps you can choose from. They're procedurally generated roads once you're on them. Let's try out Deep Harbor. It's kind of cool. So this entire game is played just with one digit, your thumb or your finger. You navigate around by just holding down the screen. That's also how you accelerate. You decelerate if you get off. And then a lot of the game is coordinating your drifting. So you pull down to drift, and then pull to the right or left to master it. Oh no! I got so excited talking to you that I slammed into a wall. So you have a certain number of hearts that decrease every time you crash into another car or you navigate into a wall. Oh God. Whenever you crash and you lose your hearts, you can either go back to the main screen, or you can watch a rewarded video to continue playing, or you can pay our hard currency, which are gold bars, which I'll do so just to complete this map. After you hit certain checkpoints, you'll be given the option to choose a new map that you'll then be racing into, and then that map will then be unlocked for you. Also, you get a certain bonus after you complete one of your races to get hard and soft currency, which you can then use to upgrade your cars and unlock new cars. So there's always like new objectives that you're aiming for, and there's always like something new that you're trying to get to. So this is just a sort of a quick look at the core like endless mode. I'll quit before I crash again. We also have a challenge mode, which are different objectives that you have to complete on each map that are like time-based, or you're trying to collect a certain number of glowing like orbs that are on the map. Each of these have 3 different levels. You're trying to achieve bronze, silver, and gold. So once again, this is just another way to experience the game aside from the core racing. These also reward you with in-game bonuses which you can use to upgrade your cars and continue on your way through the game. So, sort of like I said, inspired by the classic Atari title, we wanted to just make a really seamless, fun racing experience. that you could just pick up and play with one finger. It does like it does ask for like a good bit of precision, and then once you get the hang of it, the ability to drift like seamlessly between a bunch of cars and around turns is like so satisfying. I came very close to gold, but didn't quite get it. One other really cool thing with this game I can show you is our classic mode. This is a real homage to the original Night Driver. So now you really are just like in the abyss between these white dots that represent the sides of the road. You have half a star, so if you bump into the wall at any point, your ride's over. And this is just pure like arcade style. See how far you can go and how your high score matches up against others. So this is for like the old heads who are like, hey, Night Driver didn't have all these fancy cool graphics. And be like, here's the Night Driver you remember. Enjoy.
Do you have the original Night Driver car?
Ooh, I think that there isn't a Night Driver car. I think it's like no, I think it's the original Night Driver has like it's like first person.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, so.
When does the game come out?
So it's soft launch in Canada, and it's coming out in the spring of this year. So we're just putting the finishing touches on it. I could do this. I'm so good, I could just do that forever. And you see the like classic 8-bit game over screen. There are also like achievements to complete. So these are all done because I have an unlocked build. But again, it's something that you'll unlock through the course of playing through the game, and they give you bonuses. Like in this case, you get 10 gold bars, which you can then use to buy new like packs of stuff. You can also then, with real currency, buy bundles of gold and dollars to be able to more quickly upgrade your car and unlock new cars. So it's really a kind of a compulsion loop that is really, compels players to always be trying to get a new high score, or get a little bit farther, unlock a new map, unlock a new car.
Just like in the good arcade days.
What's that?
Just like in the good old arcade days.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the good old arcade days and the modern mobile game days. So we think it's a really fun kind of hybrid, and it takes the spirit of the classic games, the classic Night Driver, and classic Atari arcade racers, and brings it forward into today's generation. So I think it's something that appeals to players who are more accustomed to modern racing games and people who have nostalgia for the old days. So between the two, we hope we satisfy everybody, and I think we have something really fun here.